Hi, this is Katie from Root to Health, and I'm coming today with your natural health fix. Today I'm going to talk to you about dental health and the remedies that I have used to help strengthen the teeth and gums, to help whitening, and actually help to prevent or possibly eliminate cavities. Ooh, imagine that. Anyway, basically I also wanted to say first off, this is not in any way my telling you not to follow up with your dentist, not to have your teeth clean, not to brush your teeth and do all the things that you normally would and should be doing to take care of your teeth. So obviously keep doing what you're doing with your dentist and your preventative measures that you take with your dentist. But in the meantime, these are things you can do at home with no chemicals and very, very, very low cost that you can do. So first thing I want to talk to you about, and some of these things, a couple of these things I'm talking about you've probably possibly already heard of, but sometimes it's nice to hear it from someone who's actually done it and used it. The first thing I want to talk about is Bentonite Clay. Bentonite Clay is a non-toxic clay that I have used in the past for detoxifying the body. It's a powdery substance. It actually feels like velvet. It's so fine and smooth. And it's kind of gray. I mean, it looks like dirt a little bit. So yes, clay is clay. But basically in the past, I've used it when doing like a colon detox. You can use it on your skin. Obviously, we've heard of face masks that pull out impurities on our skin. You can use it to any type of infection or a wound. It's very good at drawing out the infection itself or the impurities or the toxins in your skin. So it's really full of uses in the body, but I don't think a lot of people think of using it actually with their teeth and gums. The way I've been using it is to actually use it instead of toothpaste. I know, instead of toothpaste. Let's face it, toothpaste is just basically a bunch of synthetic chemicals used to clean and get rid of tartar in our teeth. That's basically what it's doing for you. Personally, I don't think that fluoride is doing all that much to protect the teeth. It seems that when I eliminated it, and I also have a water system in my house that eliminates fluoride, all of a sudden I've had no cavities for years and years. So the jury is out on that. Don't take my word for anything. If you want to continue to use fluoride, obviously that's in your toothpaste and you're welcome to do so if that gives you peace of mind. I, however, have opted not to use that for the most part. And I won't lie, because I will say sometimes out of pure laziness, or if I'm traveling or whatever the case may be, I will buy a little sample toothpaste, and just because it's convenient and it's easier, and yes, I will use it. So I'm not saying please don't ever use these things. I'm just saying you have options, and I'm going to show you a couple of those options. So the bentonite clay, like I mentioned, let me just grab my paper here. Basically, it absorbs impurities, okay, in the body. So which also means it absorbs impurities and plaque and tartar from our teeth if you brush with it. And because it is so smooth in texture, it's non-abrasive. It's a very super mild abrasive. It has no, it's not going to damage your teeth from brushing with it. In other words, it's not so coarse that it's going to do any damage. Actually, it's full of so many different minerals that's what our teeth are and what they need to keep rebuilding them, just like our bones are minerals. So the minerals from the bentonite clay actually help to remineralize your teeth while strengthening them at the same time. So that's one benefit of brushing your teeth with them. The second one is it eliminates tartar and plaque, just like regular toothpaste. I mean, you really just need something sort of abrasive to do that, and the bentonite clay will do that for you. The other thing is because it's a very drying substance, powder, when it gets wet or you adhere it to something, it actually pulls things out of your teeth, such as stains and toxins that build up. So that can mean decay. That can mean, obviously, like I said, the stains. A side benefit from that, obviously, is your teeth get whiter while you're brushing your teeth with what seems to be dirt. So you can have a mouthful of almost a gray substance. So it's kind of off-putting at first because you're like, holy crap, is this going to stain my teeth? But no, it actually does not do that. I have a little bowl here. I got this little bowl at the Dollar Tree. There's 4 for $1. I love these little things. And if you could see, I don't know if you can see it, but the powder, it actually feels like, I want to say talcum powder. So it's really smooth. There's a teeny bit of grittiness to it, but it's just so soft. It feels like, well, you know how flour feels when you put it in a bowl? It just feels like air almost. That's what it feels like. So basically what I do, sometimes I'll get a baby food jar and cover it with saran wrap and a rubber band, because bentonite clay supposedly is not supposed to come in touch with metal. It doesn't react well with metal because of the minerals in it. So you're supposed to keep it in plastic or glass. I use glass. Baby food jar with saran wrap and a rubber band around it, really high tech. But a lot of times I'm just in a hurry and I'll just mix it up that morning or that evening when I'm getting ready to brush my teeth. So what I'll do is I'll take like a teaspoon or less, probably like a half a teaspoon of the clay, put it in one of these little bowls. Then I take my other favorite thing, coconut oil, and I'll put like a couple drops of that in there and a little bit of water, and then it starts making like a paste. Kind of like toothpaste, but not really. It's a little clunkier looking. If I have, sometimes I'll sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in it from the spice rack, or I have essential oils in the house. Sometimes I'll put a drop of peppermint oil in there as well. I don't add sweetener to it, but you certainly can add, powdered stevia or something like that to your powder if you want that little sweet taste. I personally don't need it, so it's fine for me, but you might want to do it if you're using it with your kids. And then basically I just glop it onto my toothbrush and brush my teeth. So it's really not anything earth-shattering, but it does work, and you just rinse really well. And after a few times, you will, actually the first time brushing it, you will start to notice how clean your teeth are. What's nice about using the clay also, I don't know about you, but a lot of times when I brush my teeth with toothpaste, within a very short period of time during the day, after you're eating, drinking, whatever, or just not even eating or drinking, you get like a film on your teeth. With the clay, I've noticed it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen as soon, or it's a lot of time in between, even after eating and drinking, if I haven't had time to brush my teeth quickly in between. I just use a wet toothbrush during the day, usually, to get that feeling gone. But now I've noticed that when I use the clay, I don't really get that feeling, so I'm not necessarily running for my toothbrush during the day to brush it with water. So that's a plus. So that's helping me to know that it's doing what it's supposed to do. So basically, sorry, I have my little notes here. So basically it's helping to reduce plaque and tartar on your teeth, and it's helping to pull out stains and other toxins and on your teeth that form cavities. So keep that in mind. It's also very drying if you have a toothache. You can actually make a big glob of it, not for, again, lack for better words, pack it in there, like in your gums where the toothache is, and it actually helps to pull out toxins that way as well, and it can be very helpful with pain. So keep that in mind in the back of your head someday. Hopefully that never happens to you, but if it does and you have some of this handy, by all means give it a try. Okay, the second thing I want to talk to you about is using something that you know I love, coconut oil. This is actually Trader Joe's coconut oil, which I like, and it's a little cheaper than some of the other ones in the store. So if you have a Trader Joe's near you, it's like a 16-ounce bottle. I think it was $4.99 or $5. Some of them are a lot higher than that. And again, this is the cold-pressed, virgin, unrefined coconut oil. Mine is a liquid. It wasn't when I bought it, but it's a liquid now because it's like 70 degrees in my house, so it turns into a liquid. Basically with the oil pulling, now this goes back like 2,000 years, so again, this is not anything new, and it's been talked about in my world of natural health for a long time, and I've kind of always given it a little bit of play in my head, but I've never committed to it on any regular basis. But I have recently, just because I'm getting older and I want to prevent problems, and well, who doesn't really? And since I don't have dental insurance, I also don't want to have to worry about big bills anymore. I mean, who needs that? So anything I can do to prevent problems in between my dentist appointments is a plus in my book. So basically oil pulling, the whole concept of oil pulling is that, well, I like coconut oil again because the coconut oil is anti-fungal and antiviral. So that right away is beneficial in a mouth full of bacteria. Basically, our mouths, like our bodies, have good and bad bacteria inside. Obviously, the good is there to help protect our teeth, which is from our saliva and some of the good foods that we eat. However, time, diet, overall general health, medications, etc., stress produce unhealthy bacteria that's in our mouth. So that is what causes a lot of dental health problems over time, whether it's your gums, your teeth, cavities, etc. Even bad breath, all of that is from bacteria. So what oil pulling will do is it helps to, sorry, I can't read my writing. It helps to draw, when you're swishing it in your mouth, and I'll show you how that's, I'm not going to do that right now, but I'll show you how it's done. You're basically swishing it in your mouth with a tablespoon of oil. You basically just put it in your mouth, and you got to keep your mouth shut and be careful that you don't come, it's like swishing with mouthwash, but you're doing it for almost 20 minutes. So that's a while to do that. I tend to start when I'm getting in the shower, and I keep time, so I'm not like doing it indefinitely. But I also want to do it long enough. I don't want to waste the effort that I'm doing. Basically, it pulls the bacteria into the oil and helps dissolve it. So the swishing motion is acting like a super strong mouthwash, but with even more beneficial properties to it, because it's helping to dissolve them, which mouthwash does not do. And again, oil pulling also helps with teeth whitening. It helps with gum, receding gums. It helps with that. It can help with cavities if you already have them, and it obviously helps to prevent them as well. I've also, between the oil pulling and the bentonite clay, I can't tell which is helping to whiten my teeth, but at this point, I don't really care. If they're both working, then it's keeping me from developing stains and getting rid of the ones I had. So that is a huge benefit as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, those are the two things that I would recommend and that I have used and that I feel good about. Definitely play around with it. It is something you have to do consistently in order to get results. And I hope you found this helpful. If you have any comments, please do so in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to keep up with my videos. It's been summer and we've been here and there going away, so I'm a little behind. But hopefully you got something out of it, and I hope that you will come back and see me again soon. Thanks again.